All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Raiders roster report. This is Raider Sparks. Thanks everybody who's been subscribing and listening to the channel. Great comments and feedback. Definitely loving hearing what everybody's got to say about Raider Nation, and yeah, super excited about how this team's coming together. Obviously, the Devontae Adams was incredible signing for our franchise. I think it was amazing. So hey, just wanted to give a quick update on the current roster. That's what we do here at the Raider Roster Report. Keep building the roster really for the 2023-24 Super Bowl, but I think we might even change expectations now and start looking at the 22-23 Super Bowl with the team that's being assembled so far. Free agency, we're definitely at an A. Definitely for the Ziegler and McDaniels. Definitely getting an A so far for the free agency that they've put together. But anyways, please like, share, subscribe, share the channel. It's growing. It's kind of cool to see different all the comments, especially. I really like hearing from everybody in Raider Nation. So just a quick video today, look at where we're at. I was really hoping to come on and do a Stephon Gilmore update or something like that, but it just hasn't quite happened yet. But anyway, Sport Track has us about 17.7 million, but there's still a few contracts that aren't in yet. The ones that would probably affect the most would be Nichols and Averett. That's about $10 million. So that those are the ones that would probably affect the cap the most. Gilbert and Amir, the running back that we got, really wouldn't move the needle on the cap very much. So that's kind of where we're at. So I guess that would put us right around 12 million with the Averett and Nichols, and then we still have Littleton and Nassib to come off June 1st. So there's still another about 14 million there, that type of thing. So we're getting there. We still have some money left, and like I said on the previous videos, after you still want to have about 10 million or so. After the draft would be ideal, but I mean, you're going to do what you got to do now to sign guys. But after the draft, more people can get released, and there's some other signings that'll happen. But let's just take a look at overall. I mean, we've got two quarterbacks now, Carr and Gilbert. Obviously, Carr's extension is going to be key to what we do. A lot of what we do moving forward. Gilbert, I don't think is going to move the needle much. We still need another quarterback, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get a late round or UDFA type quarterback. And then again, we had the Gilbert, the connection with New England there, so that stayed true with the position groups of getting somebody. Our running back room looks solid. I don't think we need a whole lot to do there. Jacobs, Drake, Bolden, again another running back from New England. So we got somebody in the group that has an idea of the system, and then Amir, who we just picked up, and we still have Regis. So we'll probably carry 4 running backs. That's typically what New England does: 3 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, and then a fullback. We just got Johnson, obviously, with New England, and then still have Sutton Smith on the roster, but there's no dead cap there, so we could move on from him and save 825,000. Or Johnson, we only his 1.5 million contract. We only guarantee 200,000 of it, so that's one there as well that could be moved on from. And then receiver room, it looks it's coming together. We still have holes in the receiver room. Obviously, we do have our wide receiver one now with Devontae Adams. That's amazing. But we still need a wide receiver too, in my opinion. Obviously, we have Hunter, Mac Hollins, who we just signed with no dead money too. So if it doesn't work out, it's no problem. Brian Edwards, we could save a little bit by cutting him, but I don't think you're going to. He's coming in his 3rd year, so we save 800K if we do move on from him. But a wide receiver room is still kind of thin because our other guys we have are Tyron Johnson, Dylan Stoner, DJ Turner, and then Wims. None of them have dead cap money, so we'll probably carry six wide receivers. So we definitely have some work to do here. I definitely see us in the draft addressing it there. And there's still going to be some very good receivers, especially in the 3rd round if we want to go there, or even throughout the draft. There's still pretty good depth at receiver. But I still look for them to maybe make a signing here on another wide receiver. We'll get into when we get closer to the draft. We'll do another video on receivers, kind of give us a better feel where we might be drafted one and kind of who to target, that kind of thing. And if you haven't checked out my video on wide receivers, go check it out. I've put a couple out now about the different receivers and kind of how I grade them, how I see them. But all throughout the draft, there's some quality receivers that we could get. Our tight end room looks solid. Waller, Morrow, Nick Bowers, none of which have really much dead money. If we want to move on from any of them, if we want to bring Gronk on or something like that, that would be interesting for Vegas. But And I definitely see maybe tight end in the draft. This is a solid tight end class as well. There's depth all throughout. Whether you want an all around tight end, a receiving tight end, or a blocking tight end, there's depth all throughout this draft for that. And then the line position is looking all right. I mean, our guards are looking all right. Yeah, Leatherwood, Simpson. We picked up Alex Bars, who's plays all five spots. We still have good. Bars we could move on from and save 1.7 if we needed to. I don't think we will. We just got him for a reason to be sort of that swing, do it all kind of lineman for us. And then good, we could save 3.7 if the knee's not quite right. And then Andre James. So we still need depth there at those positions. So it's not perfect, but more concerningly is our right tackle spot. We've talked about it quite a bit. And so Nate Solder's out there, Marcus Cannon's out there, obviously ties to New England there. Darrell Williams, another productive tackle for the Cowboys, somebody to keep an eye on there as well. So we definitely have work to do. I want to see us go out and get starting right tackle. I'm not sure Alex Barr is the answer. And again, I've said on this show many, many times if Leatherwood's going to be our right tackle, I'm not sure. That could be why you're not seeing the movement on that right now. And a lot of people kind of disagree with that, but I'm not sure. He doesn't really fit the mold of a traditional interior lineman for the Patriots, anyways. But put on a little bit of weight, he would fit more of the mold of a right tackle of the Patriots. So I think that's a possibility, and that's why maybe you see the Bar signing as a backup, and you still keep good on the roster as a backup in case that plan doesn't pan out correctly. But anyways, yeah, maybe some of the other guys I mentioned could be a possibility. I'm sure there's others out there. There's a lot of tackles still available out there. I'm just trying to think of who we could get, but I think a very concerning position still is the defensive tackle position. We really only have Blythe Nichols was a great signing. Play nose tackle, play regular defensive tackle. But there's some other guys out there. Calais Campbell, Akeem Hicks would be great. Eddie Goldman might be a guy to keep an eye on. Not great stats, but from Chicago, kind of a nose tackle type. Somebody that we could possibly bring in. Brandon Williams is a true depth piece from Baltimore. Young, been around a bit. Not great stats or anything, but he has that connection. Matt Ioannidis, so we're Washington, more of a defensive tackle. Not really a connection with us as much, but just a player to maybe keep an eye on. Star Lutele just got released by the Giants, so again, somebody to possibly keep an eye on. We have Kendall Vickers, and then obviously our own guys. Jonathan Hankins would be a guy to maybe to keep an eye on. Danny Shelton would be another nose tackle. He's 28 with the Giants. Obviously, then he'd be familiar with the system. I think we were going to bring back Jonathan Hankins, but if we brought back Danny Shelton or brought in Eddie Goldman, something like that, maybe we are moving on from Hankins. So we'll see, but we definitely need a lot of work to the defensive tackle, and we probably will address it in the draft as well. I don't know if it's going to be a more of a pass rushing type defensive tackle, or if it's going to be more of a nose tackle run stuffer type. But we definitely need some more help there. That's pretty thin. Obviously, defensive end Crosby and Farrell, and then um, you still have, Malcolm Kuntz would be, or Chandler Jones, outside linebacker or defensive end, however they want to categorize them. But yeah, our linebacker, Sam linebacker, we don't really have any. So, Denarius Smith would be great, or Anthony Barr would be awesome, I think, if we can get one of those guys to fill the role. Sure, we're not sure what's happening with Abram, if he's going to be in that Sam or nickel linebacker role or safety role. It's kind of just all, I guess, depends on how they label him, but we definitely need some help there. Inside linebacker, I mean, we have Perryman, so we're pretty thin at linebacker still as well, and outside linebacker too. We definitely need some more help, even in depth wise. If you just look, I mean, defensive end we have, or defensive tackle. I'm not considering really part of the team yet. Vickers we have, defensive end we have Green, and outside linebacker Justin Marsh. So we're really thin, even depth wise, at any of those spots. So we definitely have a lot of work to do there. We've done a ton of work on the secondary, obviously, with all the signings we've brought in, and it's looking pretty good. I still think if we got Gilmore, we'd be fire there at the quarterback position, and then Amik or Mullen could be on the way out. Mullen would save us 2.8 against the cap, and Amik about 800,000 if we moved on. So there's something to consider there. Safety spots, we have Abram, Levitt, Morin Gillespie. Jordan Brown's sort of a depth piece guy. But definitely could see us bringing in a safety. I'd love to get Tyrann Mathieu. I mean, we're kind of coming up on the cap here, how much we're going to save with Carr and that kind of thing, and that. But I mean, or if we get Gilmore. But some guys to keep an eye on. Maybe Landon Collins is a strong safety possibility. Obviously, has those ties. The Giants, Patrick Graham was there as a defensive line coach in 2016, so there's a little bit of a possible tie there with that. But yeah, we definitely need to address the safety position for sure, and hopefully we bring some quality in there. And then in linebacker spot, Devontae Hightower, Kyle Van Noy, Danny Trevathan is kind of older in age, but obviously has Chicago ties. I think that Kyle Van Noy makes a lot of sense. Dante Hightower does make some sense as well, but the safety spot, Jabril Peppers could make some sense. He's 26, strong safety type. Obviously, a lot like Landon Collins and Jonathan Abrams are all play very similar. But Landon Collins is really good. He had 81 tackles last year, 3 sacks, a couple interceptions. So something to maybe consider there. And also Taj Gibson. He's more of a free safety, strong safety, DB type. So maybe a little bit more versatility with him. He's 31, but he's with Chicago, so he's got the ties to Champ Kelly there as well. So 2 interceptions, 3 pass breakups, 47 tackles. So that could be a possibility. As we try to tie people together through different coaching tree and scouting tree and all that. So there's some possibilities there. But yeah, I mean, I'm really hoping we still bring in some of the expatriates like the Stephon Gilmore, the Kyle Van Noy. We definitely need help still on defense. Our offense is looking pretty good, I'd say. Just wide receiver and tackle for me would be the ones. Guard. Yes, we need help there, but we don't have the star power name. But we're okay on guard. I mean, is kind of looking at it, and there's still some good guards that we could get in the draft. We have 4 picks, and who knows if we make some trades between now and the draft. We still have over a month before the draft gets here. There's still some stuff that can happen. But the defense still needs a lot of work. I mean, we still have a lot of holes with the defensive tackle, nose tackle, all the linebacker spots. We need help and depth and free safety. The quarterback room's looking really good. To be honest with you, it could look a lot better with Gilmore, but we still need help at safety. Abram and Levitt, I don't really want to. There's some question marks there. So, anyways, that's all I got today. Just wanted to share some stuff. Really, more curious to see who you guys are highlighting out there, who you want to see the Raiders bring on to fill in some of this depth. Because, like I said, we only have 4 spots in the draft, and obviously could get a couple more. But we definitely have a lot of spots still to go to fill to bring this team back. And then who do you want to bring back? Is it Hankins, Solomon Thomas? Who are you guys looking at bringing back? KJ Wright? Those types of guys. So let me know. Please like, share, subscribe, and hopefully we get some signings so we can talk about some more guys coming in to fill the depth out here and get this roster to Super Bowl level. Right now, I think it's looking great. We have a true shot right now with all the talent we've brought in, 2 Hall of Famers so far that we've brought in. And so, yeah, I don't see any reason why this team's not going to be legit. And we fill in some more of this depth and get a couple more starter quality players, especially on defense. It's going to be absolute fire. So, anyways, that's all I got today, and have a great day.